Hey everybody! Well, this is a little bit different video because today this saw and this piece of wood almost took out my manhood. Luckily it didn't. You're gonna see that at the end of this video because I have a security camera right up there that caught the entire thing as it happened. But before that, we're going to keep working on the Hidden Bungalow and see the progress there. We're Dooglass and Esperanza, and we decided to leave our lives in the US, sell almost everything we own, and move to Baja California Sur, where we decided to start a resort in the magical town of Loreto, Mexico. Please come with us to follow our journey and live before you die. We are hooking up the gas for our new stove, and this is not like your traditional US hookup. This is more like a Mexican hookup. So we are using this gas line that I really like. This is called PEALPE, and it's I believe polyethylene, aluminum polyethylene, and I'll show you here. So it's easy, you just cut it with a cutter like you cut a PVC pipe with. Super easy. So you cut this pipe. This is a 3/8 inch, but it comes in 1/2 inch, 3/4, I think even up to 1 inch. And then if you look at this, this has a black polyurethane, I think maybe it's polyurethane or polyethylene coating on the outside, aluminum, and then it has polyethylene again on the inside. And so it's really cool. I don't know if they're using it in the US. They weren't when I was there. I'd never seen it before I got here, but I'll show you how easy it is. So you cut it. You saw how easy that was. You just use a cutter like that. Then you have to use a reamer to get it backed around. And also, this is a chamfer. What this does, it puts a little chamfer on this inside edge of this pipe here.
What's a chamfer?
Chamfer is like a 45-degree slope on the inside of the pipe. Oh. What that does is then this is a fitting. And this is like your standard compression fitting that you'd see. And so you put on the screw nut. This is just almost the same as the liquid tight that I used. So you put the nut on here, which will tighten it all down. And you get it down here. I got a little bit of a catch on this one. Okay. It's very tight. And then you put in the compression on the compression piece here that will compress onto the tube, and you get that down to the end or close to the end. I'll push it a little bit back from the end there. Okay. And then you take this. Now you have to chamfer it because if you don't, these O-rings here you can't get them in. They're a little bit bigger than this pipe, so that you make the chamfer and it actually squeezes them down to make a tight connection once the pipe goes in there. So this just slides right onto the pipe here. Make sure it's all the way on tight. And we're going to tighten this up. All right. We have a compression fitting with a shutoff here. Now normally this would be secured a little more than just hanging here, but this is Mexico style, so it's all okay.
What about duct tape?
Well, I'm going to secure it to the wall over there, and this will just be hanging here. But it'll be in back of the cabinets because I'm going to build cabinets here. So then we just put in this flexible piece. I mean, normally this would be attached to the wall or something, so you need the flexible piece so you can pull the stove out to disconnect it. This is your regular 3/8 inch flare connector. And there we go. Gas all hooked up to the stove. Goes all the way out. Let me show you the outside here. This pipe, as it goes over there, it comes up. It'll go up and back of the refrigerator here, along the wall. And this is just gonna be here out in space, but doesn't matter. There'll be a pantry here. It'll be right beside it. I put in a sleeve where it goes through the metal because we're gonna sheet this. And so from here on, this will be up in the ceiling. And then it'll go down, it'll come out of the ceiling right there. I'm gonna attach it to the wall in a couple places. And it goes down to a fitting there where it goes through the wall. Then on the outside, it comes through the wall right here on this fitting and goes down and tees into the gas line that comes over here and goes to the propane tank. And then there's a line that goes into the dryer and a line comes over here for the hot water heater. So super easy system, super easy to put together and use. It's pretty durable. I like it. So now we're going to pressurize the system and make sure we don't have any gas leaks, and then we'll be ready to plug in the stove and start it up, see what happens. All right, I turned the gas on and now I'm just checking all the fittings here for leaks. And so I got some Windex here, spray it on up here, and we're just looking for bubbling around any of these connections. And don't see any bubbling on the connections. That's good. Open up the stuff. And I've sprayed it on all the rest of the connections also. And they are looking good. No bubbling either. Looking at here, this connection on I did these connections even though I didn't touch them, but I did in case I had damaged them. All the connections look good. Propane tank has 80% propane in it, 80% full. So that's good. And it is open all the way. So I need to relight the water heater, but I want to make sure this is all working and not leaking, because if I have to turn it off again, then I'll have to relight the water heater again. So I don't want to have to do that a bunch of times. All right, let's plug this in and then check the gas. And there we are. Perfect success. The propane is here. It's pretty blue. It's got a little bit of orange in it. So there's a lot of adjustments you can make. There's adjustments behind here. You pull off the knobs and there's an adjustment behind there for the flame. There's also adjustment down on the nozzle for the flame. This is super exciting. Another thing I love about Mexican appliances and everywhere else I've been in the world except the US is that they always have these glass tops on the stoves. And it gives you another work surface that you can work on if you've got a small kitchen, and it helps keep the burners a little cleaner and all that. So I really like that this, and it's like also like a splash guard when it goes up. So, and this is really good for us because it'll help protect the couch. I'm going to build a large kind of backsplash here on the back of the cabinets, but still having this helps grease and stuff isn't going to splatter on the couch since we're so close to the couch here. And while we're talking about the stove, I was going to tell you how much they cost. So I looked this up. The stove was 12,757 pesos. That is about $750 at today's exchange rate. And so $750, not too bad for a 6-burner stove. Today, I'm getting started on a new project. I always love to name my projects, so this I call the Pump House Project. We've been looking for a solution of our problem with our water pump. Right now it's in the garage, which was a great place for it when we didn't live in there, but now that we live in the garage, It's not such a great place for the pump, because the pump is loud when it comes on, and it comes on pretty often. So it'll come on during the night if you use the bathroom, and then it's loud, and it's literally like 6 feet from Esperanza's head when she's sleeping. So it's not in a good location. So we're going to move it out of the garage. I had talked about possibly building a permanent structure, a concrete slab, and putting block wall around it, and basically a pump house to put the pump in over here. But the more I thought about that, I thought that wasn't a great solution, because eventually when we build our house, we build our pool, I'm going to build another mechanical building like I did down the Lavanderia. This mechanical building will be for our house, and it will have all the pumps, the pool pump, all the pool equipment. It'll also have the water pumps. Keeps it all in one location, easy to service and all that. Plus, I can place it away from any area, so all that noisy equipment gets put off in a location where it's not going to bother us. So instead of spending quite a bit of money, maybe $500 or more, to build this pump house, which then, maybe 5-6 years from now gets torn out, I thought it'd be better to do something temporary. And if I can do it with everything I already have, then it doesn't cost me anything. So when we got our solar panels delivered, they came in this huge pallet crate thing. And the minute I saw this, I was like, I want that.
I want that.
Okay, this is already like a little shed. I was going to use it for garden shed, for garden tools and that. But now this is like a perfect thing for the pump, and I can still use it for a garden shed, because the pump doesn't take up that much room. The pump will sit just back in this corner here, and I'll have the rest of this floor space in here for my yard equipment, hoses, whatever other stuff that you'd normally put outside in a shed. Gasoline. I don't want to keep gasoline and flammables, or flammable like a lacquer thinner, paint thinner, that stuff. Right now it's in the garage. It shouldn't be in there. I should actually get it out today, because we're asleep, some fire happens, all that flammable stuff lights up. It could cause an explosion. It could burn down the garage, and our entire Hidden Bungalow is built of wood, so it would burn inside the garage. So I want to get all that flammable stuff out of the garage, out here. If this thing blew up or burnt down, it probably wouldn't even affect the building. It's all concrete and with a metal roof. So this is the place to have that dangerous stuff. Today I got started on this project, and I leveled this out. I put in blocks under this pallet and got it all leveled. And then I've already got started on getting the stuff over here. So water will come around here where I've taken this gravel out so I can dig, and go around the corner of the building to here. I'll actually run electrical inside the garage over to here, and then I'll just come out with a piece of conduit and go across to this little shed here, the pump house. All right, we had another reassessment of the priorities, right, Esperanza?
Yes.
And I have pulled off of the pump house project, and I'm back in the Hidden Bungalow, and I'm going to work on the closet here in the Hidden Bungalow, because our clothes are piling up and we have nowhere to put them. We've got piles of laundry baskets full of clothes everywhere because we don't have a closet. We have used almost every single cabinet that we got from our hotel salvage. If you remember, that's a long time ago, I think almost a year ago or more. We salvaged a bunch of cabinets from a hotel, and there were so many cabinets, 40 or 45 cabinet boxes. I said, there's no way we'll ever use all these cabinets. Well, between the villas and the Lavanderia and cabinets that we've used here and all that, we pretty much used every single cabinet. We have one cabinet saved that is going to be used over here in our kitchen. And once we do these cabinets, that's almost all of them. And this is incredible because I thought, well, half these cabinets we're never going to be able to use. They're just going to sit here taking up room forever. But it was a package deal. We had to take them all to get them. Back here working on the cabinets here in the closet cabinets. And you can see Esperanza already has this one filled up, and I didn't even get the door on it yet. But this is our kitchen cabinet here, and it's a kind of a pantry cabinet. Well, I thought it was going to be a pantry cabinet, but now it's got pots and pans and other stuff in it. That might change because we're putting another cabinet down here, a couple cabinets. So not sure exactly what this will have in it, but it will have a door on it. It's going to have a side panel on it because the side is not very pretty looking. So I've got a side panel to put on this. I have a door to put on the front. And then this cabinet will be all done. And I then have switched over here to the bedroom. And so I got shelves all here. Now this will probably just remain open. Maybe put a curtain on it, maybe not. I mean, there's really no need. It's fine like this. So this will probably remain like this. Well, the plans changed a little bit, and now we have a whole different closet configuration. So Esperanza started taking another look at our plan before I started finishing all this, and we decided she found a much better configuration for the closets. And this configuration gives us one big closet from the outside, which will let us have hanging on one side, hanging on the other side, and then hanging across the back or shelving through the middle of the back, which is a good configuration. And then on this side now in the bedroom, if you can see, there's a bedroom. This is all now enclosed in except for the two closets here in the corner. And so there is a closet that is basically all shelves, and they're really deep shelves back in here. And then there's this closet which will be hanging. It's got a little shelf on the top, and that is all together. Forget California closets. This is Mexico closets. Check this out. Good old 2x4 piece of electrical conduit, EMT. This is a real short run, so EMT will be fine on there, 1/2 inch EMT. And boom, you got a closet rod. You don't have to pay a bunch of expensive money. Just use some junk you got laying around the house, and it works perfectly fine.
Dale!
Power tools.
Dale, no power tools!
Oh, what?
No power tools!
So I just heard this kind of grunt thud kind of sound, and I was like, what happened? So I run out, and the big table saw thing is running, and the blade is still going. Doug's on the ground. He's leaning on his side, and all I could picture was blood. I just knew there was going to be blood. It scared me so bad. So now he is on the couch.
I don't know, I'm laughing. It hurts really bad. So, luckily, it missed all the vital parts. All right, PSA. don't bring anything over the top of the blade on the table saw while it's going. That's PSA. And you should probably have a guard on your blade, but they're a pain in the you-know-what, so everybody takes them off.
What? There's a guard? Do you
Well,
have
not-
it?
Maybe.
Okay, you're putting it back on. That's horrible.
Oh. I am in a lot of pain. Luckily, I'll try. I'll not be graphic, but basically, what happened is you can see right there. Look at that. So I was lifting up. I had cut the other side of this panel, you can see here, and it's a frame with a panel in it. But this side, the panel's still in there. Oh, but what happened was I lifted this other one up and this panel fell out like that. And obviously the panel fell out. The saw was still going. It came down and landed on the blade, and the blade shot it like this. And basically it came back and hit me right in the groin area. And I'm very lucky. Well, got lucky on that one. That was a total freak accident. And now I can't use this panel. I was using this panel on the side. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing any more work today. We'll see how this feels. I'm gonna have to like rest it for a few more minutes and see how it goes. But let me show you what I've got done. So in here we have this cabinet in, and you can see Esperanza already has pots and pans in there. Put a shelf in there. We got these cabinets in. I put 2 shelves in each of these cabinets. And so we got those ones in. And then, oh man, I'm sorry. And then over here, we've got the big pantry cabinet here. And I got a door on that. And that is all good to go in there. And I put a shelf in this cabinet that is above the refrigerator. And I was working on that panel I was cutting was going to go right here on this side of this cabinet. Probably won't go up there. We'll see if I can put it back together. Oh my gosh. And I'll show you my closet. So yesterday I got my closet pretty much done. Let me get back here so I can show you. So the closet's pretty much done. Got a lot of my stuff moved in there. And I still have shelves on the top where I can put stuff. And yeah, perfect. Room for all my clothes, and then some bin area. And I know somebody's going to say something about my t-shirts. I like to hang my t-shirts in Roy G. Biv. I mean, it's only real way to organize color. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, black, and white. Just, I'm crazy that way. On the bottom is my work shirt. So I got pufferfishvillas work shirts in the the front. Then a bunch of old dirty work shirts when it's really hot and I'm sweating. And then my long sleeve dry fit work shirts. I got a bunch of those. You see me wear all the time. So yeah, we're gonna put Esperanza already ordered a curtain, a big curtain to go along here. So this is just gonna be a curtain, and you open the curtain to use a closet. But yeah, I have a what I would call a step-in closet. It's not a walk-in closet, but a step-in closet. For all of you who have those fancy like California closets or some kind of fancy closet system you got from Home Depot, you don't need all that stuff. Look at this. This is all built out of scraps and garbage. I mean, scraps of wood. I got some pipe that I had here and here. This is electrical conduit, EMT, 3/4. You know, whatever I had, little scraps of wood. I used whatever I had to put this thing together, and it worked out fantastic. It's an awesome little system. So you can make do with whatever you got and still have an awesome closet. Thanks everybody for watching this video. I hope it wasn't too graphic. Luckily, I am just really sore. I'm going to have a big bruise, and I'm calling it a day for today because it really hurts to walk around. But I will be back in action hopefully tomorrow and keep working on the Hidden Bungalow. So until then, thanks again for watching, and never forget to live before you die.